Jagex reveals drop rates for Perilous Moons and the Colosseum. Before we get to the drop rates, here are a few updates new to Varlamore. For the Colosseum, the ranged warbanders have been given a little buff, so the range level more accurately reflects the rest of their stats. Increased warband melee's max hit, you'll now receive the correct number of glory for stacked modifiers. All of the Fortis Colosseum NPCs now have their full and correct attack style information when using Monster Examine. You can now trade Dizana's Quiver for a total of 4,000 Sunfire Splinters by talking to Minimus. Jagex reduced the number of Sunfire Splinters obtainable in Wave 1 and increased the number gathered from Waves 9 to 12. For Perilous Moons, when at low HP, the Eclipse boss will no longer take as many hits of ones. Sulfur Nagua's special attack will no longer bump you out of combat. When fighting moon bosses, the Ring of Recoil will now correctly lose charges. Sipping tea from camps in the ruins will no longer be delayed during Perilous Moons. Forced camera movement removed when traversing Perilous Moons. Quick escape options added for the stairs. You'll no longer find the diary entries detailing the dungeon's potions during the quest, only when you revisit the area. It's now consistently possible to kill the Eclipse Moon during the clone phase. In the fishing minigame during the Napotsley dungeon, when you have your net in the right place, you're guaranteed 1 fish. When you have it in the right place and succeed the roll, you'll receive 2 fish plus XP. You can now use a stab attack style with a dual Makuut. Here are some other general changes. Jagex introduces a new one-time fee to Matthias for falconry. A bug was fixed using the Hunter Guild teleport on your skill and max capes when you had used all of your Chimchampa teleports. Hunter's Rumors has been tweaked to lead to less dry streaks. A bug has been fixed, which means you will now only be able to use the meat sack for hunter activities. Iritar range strength buffed to plus 60. The Moonlight potion now has the correct description, factoring in its boost to attack and strength alongside defense. You can no longer escape Cuthbert's Wrath by walking away. Worms are now correctly showing in the Slayer log. The stump in the Oasis no longer stops you taking an axe if you're carrying a combat axe. The Civitas y la Fortis teleport in the Portal Nexus interface now has the correct icon. The Quetzals in Fortis have been moved. You'll now find it closer to a teleport. Increased Portal Nexus size to contain all the teleports. An issue has been fixed where Echo Boots were losing charges in PvP scenarios. The Mixed Hide costume set can now be stored in the POH costume room. Group Ironman will now be able to correctly share hunter mixes and butterflies with their group. Jagex reduced a clue scroll requirement to mean you only need 1 piece of the Sunfire armor set to complete it. Your Sunfire runes will give you additional XP, doubling the rates. The drop rates for defeating Moons of Peril boss are as follows. The rate is 1 in 56 for any of the Blood Moon, Blue Moon, and Eclipse Moon gear pieces and weapons. Upon defeating all 3 bosses in one run, you'll be given an additional 1 in 56 chance at any item. This boosts your overall odds significantly to 1 in 14, making these rewards more common than the average Barrows item. You'll also be unable to receive duplicate drops of pieces until each set is complete. Fortis Colosseum drop rates are as follows. Once you've completed Wave 6, and for each wave afterwards, the unique drop table is unlocked. If you roll on this table, you do not roll on the normal drop table for that wave. Glory will never affect your odds. The base for rolling the unique drop table is 1 in 220. This number can be modified based on your current wave plus 1, which equals the following shown on screen. If you're lucky enough to roll up the unique drop table, a second roll will determine which unique item you receive. Otherwise, you'll be rolling against that wave's normal drop table. Here are the odds for that unique drop table shown below. Other rare items included are shown below. Additional notes are as follows. Rolling an Echo Crystal will also have a 1 in 10 chance of receiving either 2 or 3 Echo Crystals instead. Obtaining these will favor pieces you haven't already received, otherwise it's random. The pet can only be rolled on completion of Wave 11, and its odds are not affected by any other factors. You can also gamble Quivers for a 1 in 200 chance to receive Small Herodit by talking to Minimus. Let me know which changes you guys are most excited for below, and subscribe for more efficient updates. Bye!